Hello, Aries. Welcome to my channel, Live Life in Tarot. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. Hope you're all doing well. So, Aries, we're going to take a look at the last half of May 5th, May 16 to May 31st, 2020, and see what messages need to come through for you. But first, Aries, um, here's what I was hearing. The first thing was you either want something to go away or you want someone to go away. Or you need something or someone to go away. Or you are concerned about something going away. Um, I'm also hearing, Aries, that you don't know how to be about something. You don't know how to be about someone. Or you don't know how to be about certain things. Um, This reading is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. So, yeah, that's what came through, Aries. Let's get into your messages. I also want to point out, you know, I thank you all for sticking with me and spending time with me. And listen, sometimes I feel like I should have called my channel the Lord of the Rings Tarot, because anything I gotta say is gonna take me a long fucking time to say it. But that's who I am, and that's what it is. I hope you like it. If you don't, okay. Okay. And that may be how you are feeling too. I thought I saw a card that was flipped over. That's something else coming through too, Aries. You may feel like something's been flipped, or you don't want something to flip, or you are trying not to flip on something or someone, or you don't want someone to flip or something to flip on your ass. Okay? Spirit, what is Aries focus May 16 to May 31st, 2020? We're going to see what's going on and coming through for you, Aries. What needs to come through for Aries? So let's take a look. Spirit, what is Aries focused on May 16 to May 31st, 2020? I feel there's a need for you to be patient. There's a need for you to be patient. What does Aries need to focus on? What is Aries focusing on? Maybe there's something you need to focus on, Aries. Universe, Spirit, what is Aries focused on May 16 to May 31st, 2020, please? What is Aries focused on May 16? Hold up. I'm right. There is something here. You have moderation. Okay? There's a need for you to do things in moderation. Thank you, Spirit. With this as being a 13, for me, this talks about death, or this can break down to a 4, talking about Emperor energy. So, Aries, there's a need for you to do things in moderation with what you are trying to control or secure or build or organize or create, okay? Or have order to. There's a need to be mindful not to be over controlling with this energy. I also feel like there's a need to be reasonable, or to come across, or to um, prove through reason, right? With whatever it is that you want to create or what you're trying to build or get control over. I also feel there's a need for you to have some discipline, to be focused, to be conservative, be mindful about how you lead, where the goal is to manage what you're governing or focusing on or doing. um, I'm hearing where the focus needs to be to do what is safe and what is secure. Okay. Now there also could be a focus on authority or institutions, but also I feel, with death, you could be dealing with, and that's another thing too, right? Aries, that Emperor energy is that Aryan energy, right? So I also feel like there's a need to tell you to be mindful about whether you want to go to war on something, or uh, about something, or about a situation, or about whatever it is that you want to build or create or get control over, right? So is this something that you are about to try to go to war about, so to speak, that you want to fight about? Or is this something that there's a need to be reasonable and perhaps not be so focused on what, on fighting, or however you feel you need to fight about something? Are you being reasonable? Okay. Now, as it has to do with death, some of you could be focusing on a Scorpio, or Scorpio is coming into focus. But, with doing things in moderation here, there's a need to take your time. Um, there may be a need to be delicate, or to show some delicacy or respect towards something, or some understanding. There may be a need to be gracious, or you're looking for these things to happen for you. But what death talks about, there may be some sort of a change, or something is transforming or transitioning, or ending, that either you are trying to create this change, or transform a situation, or a situation is being changed or transformed um, on you. So you want to be mindful of that. Some of you are perhaps dealing with some sort of physical change, but this is about, it's like there's a need for you to be patient. There's a need for you to be understanding, to handle things delicately, to show respect or be respectful. Um, Focus on the perseverance through being gracious, perhaps, or whether this is what you need to extend, or what you are trying to have extended to you. Um, I also feel like you may need to reconsider something that has been stable, and whether or not you should be trying to stick with approach. It's like you may be trying to stick with an approach, or wanting to stick with an approach. Okay. So be mindful of that. But there's a need to do things in moderation. Okay. Or you're focusing on doing things in moderation. There's a sense of needing to be careful here, um, Aries. Underneath, you have danger of loss. That's a 37 breaking down to a 10, um, or to a 1, with tens meaning this could be ups and downs. Okay. Um, Making mistakes. This may be um, dealing with opportunities, or missed opportunities, or not being able to get an opportunity, or be careful about how you are shifting things, or wanting to shift things, um, or whether things should be focused on shifting. There may be a focus on something you're trying to complete, or want to have closure on, or you may be feeling devoted to something, or you're trying to gather something, or have something gathered to you. There's a need to be mindful of a situation, in the at the point that a situation perhaps is becoming stale, overwhelming, or unhealthy, and your role in that, or you being able to perceive that. But also, be mindful of whether or not you are repeating cycles. And with the danger of loss here, you want to be careful about what it is that you want to manifest. Okay. That you're being mindful about any manipulation, or any cunning behavior. with the focus on, trying to dominate. Be careful about that on your part, and perhaps with who or what you're dealing with. You want to manifest and create things that allow you to have everything you need and want. My question to you is, do you need it? And is what you want something you should have? So there's a need to be mindful of your ambition in a situation, and perhaps your level of empathy or the lack thereof. Aries. If you take a look, Aries, this is the image for Aries here on this card. And you see there's a one here, and Aries is magician, right? Having all the use of the elements to create what you want. Be careful of what it is that you're trying to create, because what you may be trying to create could result in you experiencing some sort of loss with, or there's a danger of loss with perhaps what it is you want to create. So be careful of that. There may be a need for you to change or to be open to allow things to be done in moderation, where I feel like it's something that you can have, but perhaps you may need to be okay with not having it right now, because you may end up losing it if you don't do this in moderation or be patient or understanding and perhaps even gracious. Interesting. Yes. Okay. Aries, let's get into what are the messages that need to come through for Aries. Spirit, what are the messages that need to come through for Aries? I don't know if I mentioned, but this is going to be for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Yes. What are the messages that need to come through for Aries, Spirit? May 16th to May 31st, 2020. What messages need to come through for the Aries? May 16th to May 31st, 2020. Aries, I feel like there's something that you feel stuck about, or you stuck on, or you wanted to secure or have power in. What are the messages that need to come through for Aries, Spirit? I'm going to go with it, right? Yes. What are the messages that need to come through? There's a need for you to have emotional maturity, to show compassion, to be rational, or you may need this to happen coming from, someone else or around a situation. There's something you want some satisfaction in, or you want to have reconciled. Yeah. There's something that, that you're experiencing some sort of struggle with, perhaps within yourself or with how you think it should go. That's what I'm hearing. How you think it should go. How you think it should go. Okay. Aries, we're going to be using the horseshoe spread. And we're going to take a look at, as it has to do with May 16 to May 31st, 2020. What is in your recent past? What is in the present? What is in the future? What is your energy and attitude? What is Aries' concern? What is Aries' challenge? What is Aries' outcome? And from the bottom of the deck, what is the overall energy surrounding you, Aries? I feel like there's a need for you to take leadership But responsible leadership is what I'm hearing. There's a need to have responsible leadership. So whether this is how you are reasoning something or needing to reason something, or if it is involving another or others, to be responsible. Okay? Perhaps even to protect, or you're focusing on that. All right, let's get into this for you, Aries. Okay, let's do it. Do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. Ooh, there's that Emperor in reverse. That's you, Aries. What's this? Mm-hmm. Are you being over controlling? I don't know. Tell me. Hmm. Ooh, interesting energy. Okay. Let's get into this. So, Aries, your overall energy for the period of May 16 to May 31st, 2020 is you have Justice in reverse with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, honey. Yes, you do. So, for some of you, there's a focus on a Libra. For some of you, there may be a focus on a legal matter. For some of you, there's a focus on a decision or trying to get something in your favor or needing or a focus on, doing the right thing or being fair. Um, I feel like with this Justice in reverse and this Three of Pentacles in reverse, Aries, you may be dealing with something where you feel like something isn't working in your favor and that something isn't working. There could be external factors at play, or this could be as it has to do with working with others, dealing with others, with something that is not working out, or you're not able to build or create it. If it does involve others, perhaps you're not all on the same page, or perhaps um, if you're dealing with others, they don't want to build what you want to build, or vice versa. But with the Justice in reverse, something's not going in your favor, or you may feel like something isn't fair. Okay. um there could be something not fair going on with work or with money or with how you expect things to work out or come together, right? Yeah. Anyway, your energy and attitude, Aries, is you do have the Emperor in reverse and the Nine of Swords upright. Remember, I was talking about the Emperor. This is your energy, Aries, and your ass is in reverse. Okay, there's some sort of anxiety you're dealing with, worries and fears. Okay, um, with the Emperor being in reverse, your energy and attitude may be that of someone who's being very controlling here, or really trying to um, exert or overexert, if you will, your authority. Um, something may be you may be out of fucking control, right? You may be out of control. There's some restlessness here with this Emperor in reverse. You may feel that you have lost your authority over something, or you're not able to exact your authority. You may feel that there's a lack of teamwork because we do have this Three of Pentacles in reverse, right? Teamwork make the dream work, right? Or does it? But with this Emperor in reverse here, I feel like there's something you're not able to build or create or organize or have the order to it that you want to see or you may feel very much wanting to what is the word I'm looking for here? You're not able to contain something. You're not getting stability with something, or you could be unstable yourself, or you're not getting conformity to something, right? Um, you may not be able to secure something. There may be a problem with the foundation you were trying to lay with something that you wanted to build or create or organize. But this is your energy and attitude. Having you're out of control, or and you got a lot of concern, a lot of doubts. You could be thinking the worst. You may be having trouble sleeping. Okay, there may be just some instability in your energy and attitude, because you may be overthinking here about this. Now, in the recent past, you do have the Two of Swords with the World in reverse. So there was a decision that was made in the recent past. Either I feel like this decision wasn't made by you, meaning that you are in the reverse in terms of your energy and attitude with the Nine of Swords upright. So I feel like there was a decision made in the recent past, and whatever that decision was in the recent past didn't allow you to have success or completion with what you wanted to obtain. Okay? You could have been dealing with another Taurus, or another uh, Libra or Scorpio, or you could have been dealing with the Leo. But there was something that you were not able to complete. Now, it is possible that some of you made a decision about something that perhaps you wanted to complete or wanted to obtain, and you may have decided to leave it as unfinished business in the recent past. To not, you may have made a decision to not try to uh, bring this to a close or see it through, or a decision was made where something wasn't brought to a close, or something was left incomplete as far as you're concerned, or as far as someone is fucking concerned here. Now, at present, we do have for you, Aries, the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups in reverse. So, at present, I feel, Aries, this is you very focused on trying to get comfort or work on. You want to work on something where there was a problem with getting cooperation and support. Um, there was a problem with being able to come together, or to connect or reconnect or unite. I feel you want to work on this. For some of you at present, there is someone embodying the Queen of Pentacles energy, whether male or female, that you see as getting in the way of you being able to get cooperation and support on something that involves family, or as it has to do with a connection, or um, being able to come together with something, or someone sees you as this person that is focused on doing this. But nonetheless, with the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles is the very, is very dutiful, very responsible, very practical, right? The Queen of Wands likes her. Queen of Wands. So you might be in pursuit of something, or you're passionate about something. Nonetheless, with this Queen of Pentacles energy, it's possible that you are finding comfort about a collaboration at this time where not coming together is best. But I do again feel that some of you want to secure a connection that you want to have work out and come together. It's like you may be finding peace with that too. Or you are deciding at this time, Aries, that you're going to have peace or stay grounded about not being able to connect with certain people or reconnect or come together. Others of you, you focus on getting your comfort in the situation and securing a way to get the cooperation and support you want that you may not be seeing. Yeah, because she's got this pinnacle and this and kind of looking towards the Three of Cups. So you're trying to figure out, some of you are trying to figure out how to get this cooperation and support, or how to figure out, or you're just finding peace with not being able to come together at this time. I also feel that some of you are just feeling in your feelings about not being able to successfully achieve the connection you wanted to establish. Now, in the future, you do have the Chariot and the Page of Wands. So, Aries. Oh, I also feel like at present, Aries, some of you are content with not coming together or reconnecting, or you are determined to have the comfort and stability of having that peace and staying grounded, where you don't want to be, you just don't want to have to reconnect with people. There's certain people you perhaps don't want to reconnect with, and you're okay with that. Or someone doesn't want to reconnect with you or cooperate with you. You could be dealing with someone embodying that Queen of Pentacles energy. That is like this. Someone who's very grounded and practical, and perhaps does not want to reconnect, doesn't want to come together, doesn't want to cooperate with you. Nonetheless, in the future, you do have this Chariot and this Page of Wands. With the Chariot, um, for some of you, there's a focus on a Cancer, someone who is a Cancer individual. But with the Chariot here, this here, I feel, because they're both in the upright, this is you looking at how to move forward, or you're surveying how to respond and move forward, or you may be going with the flow with this situation in the future. You're going with the flow, or you're focusing on having victory in a situation that you want to take in a new direction, or a situation that you are observing or surveying here, that perhaps you'd feel like you didn't have any authority or control in the matter. For some of you with the Chariot here, there may be a focus on travel and surveying, going, seeing what needs to happen to travel to go in that direction. Let's clarify that shit. What is this, Spirit? Please clarify Chariot and the Page of Wands. Um, but in the future, Aries, for the most part, I feel that a lot of you are focused on you're inspired to move forward, or see how to move forward, or see how to gain control of victory with something, or you gain victory with something that you are coming up with a new approach, new creative approach too. For others of you, there is some sort of victory, or you're able to arrive to your destination, or you're able to steer something or go with the flow with something where concerning some news that you receive or news you convey. Spirit, clarify the Chariot and the Page of Wands, please. Thank you. Two of Swords. Now it's in the upright. So you might be in your head about something that you want to move forward on, Aries. Where now this is gnawing at you in your mind, and you are now stuck about a decision. You may be stuck about a decision, stuck on a decision, or you might be trying to think of, what options you have here. But you're in your head. This is gnawing at you. This decision and moving forward with this decision. Or, yeah, underneath you do have the Hangman. Yeah. So you may be taking a pause because, see, also in the future, you see, the Chariot talks about forward movement. It isn't upright, but these two sphinxes are sitting down, right? So this is you getting control of your emotions, still having your will and determination about something that you want to take in a new direction. And you may be making a decision to go with the flow until you can come up with the alternative. Or you might be stuck in your head for some of you because you don't know what the alternative can be to something that's being put on hold. And so this feels more like you are going with the flow. And this is like a new action for you, Aries. Because it's like you can see, even though this decision may gnaw at you, or this choice, or that you may be stuck in your head about, you can see how see the danger, or see how this is unreasonable. Or even if you feel it's unreasonable, you're concerned that you could be unreasonable here, and you might be worried about what will happen if you try to take control of this, if you try to overpower the situation. Because your concern here is you do have the King of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, you're concerned about someone who is independent and single, okay, with this Nine of Pentacles. But I feel like your concern is with this King of Swords, because the King of Swords is very calculating, very strategic, excellent communicator when he's in this upright, whether male or female. Very intellectual, authoritative, right? So you may be concerned that you could be being irrational about what you want to gain here. Then there could be a focus on money, or there's a focus on a plan, focus on work, a focus on what you want to create or build or have work out, a focus on what it is that you want to have success in completing, or what you want as an option for yourself. It's like there's a need for you to be practical about this, or you're trying to be, or you're struggling with that. But with this King of Swords, this may, in reverse, this may be, you may be concerned about whether or not you're coming off as someone who's not in touch with their emotions about this, because they're only focused on what they want to gain. Or you may feel that someone's not in touch with their emotions, or someone may feel like this about you. Either you feel like this or somebody feels like this about you, and that is a concern. It's almost as if you don't want to look like or appear to be someone who's only concerned with what they want to gain here. there's also the concern about whether or not you can come up with a strategy, or you don't think you can calculate the way to communicate or execute what it is that you want to gain, or you don't or you're there's issues with your ability to be resourceful in this. And so your challenge here is you do have temperance in reverse with the two of cups. So there can be a focus on a Sagittarius, but with the temperance in reverse as a challenge, there's a challenge of something being unstable. There's the challenge of being impatient with a connection. There's a challenge with um, a problem with perhaps trying to to adjusting an agreement, or you're not able to. There's a challenge with the lack of adjustment in an agreement, or there's challenges with something being done in an extreme way in a connection or in an agreement. There's a challenge with not being able to heal something in a connection. There may even be the challenge of how you can manipulate a matter in a connection. Or there's a challenge that there's some instability, or there's been an adjustment made in a connection or with an agreement that you did not want an adjustment to, or someone doesn't want an adjustment to. But it's like you're not able to adjust. The challenge is you're having trouble being able to make adjustments, or there's imbalance with an agreement or a connection, something like that. Or there's a challenge with your ability you may lack moderation, or you may feel that a connection or an agreement lacks moderation or lacks balance as far as you're concerned, or as far as you want someone else to be concerned with. You may be lacking patience with the connection too. Your likely outcome is this Queen of Swords in reverse with the Empress that is upright. So, Aries, for some of you, you're dealing with a Queen of Swords, or someone that you see as a Queen of Swords in reverse. Someone who's cutting you off or cutting you out. Um, but that's because this Empress is focusing on nurturing, care. This could be a mother figure that you're dealing with. For others of you, this is because we do have the Queen of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. So this could have to do with a pair, a couple, or someone that matches you energetically or matches you in wit. I also feel like you might be concerned, Aries, that you may not be able to get someone to budge with what it is that you want to gain. But with this Queen of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords is very experienced, but the Queen of Swords in reverse, she can be a bitch, right? Or be perceived as one. This is no nonsense. This is I'm cutting the shit before it starts, right? Or you may feel like this is someone that's being difficult. Or this could be you looking to be cutthroat about something because you want to prosper the situation, or you want to have success. Or you may be dealing with someone who is being cutthroat because they're focusing on wanting progress here. They're focusing on whether or not, focusing on the productivity here. So let's clarify that, because whatever this is like a struggle for you to speak about, or to communicate, or deal with the communication of. I also feel like someone isn't talking to you, or you're not talking to someone who's a mother figure. It's like either you are dealing with someone who's not open to suggestion, because they're focusing on, you know, nurturing, or trying to, or coming from a place of empathy. Also, there's something to do with the possibilities. You may be trying to examine, or you're having trouble coming up with the logic or the plan on how to get success, or create what you want, or see progress with something. Spirit, what is this Queen of Swords and Empress, please? Thank you. Yeah, this is about something you want to manifest. You have the Magician here, Aries. Okay? But the Queen of Swords is in reverse. So this is either you um, can't figure out how to create what you want, or this is you deciding to be a bitch about it and do it anyway. At the bottom, you do have the Six of Swords. So you want to manifest a transition here. You want to move what for you is a negative situation, or combative, or conflict, and you want to move to calmer waters with the situation. You want to get peace of mind. You want to transition this situation. Okay? So let's see what some guidance is here for you. Additional guidance. Spirit, what is some additional guidance for Aries, please? Can we have additional guidance for Aries? I feel like there's a need for you to be logical. It's like there's a need for you to be logical and be mindful about being over controlling, or thinking something isn't fair. Thank you. Examine your personal interaction. Another sign got this. Examine your personal interaction. Determine whether you're someone who's always giving to others, but who feels unnoticed or unappreciated. If this applies to you, it may be because you have a private agenda to seek love that's built into your motivation to be of service. Your goal is to examine whether your interactions with others leave you empowered or disempowered. So, which is this for you? Figure it out, but be balanced, be fair, and relieve yourself of the concern. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, Aries.